Good afternoon. As Secretary of Indian Society of Remote Sensing, I would like to welcome all our participants and dignitaries from ISRS local chapter, different ISRO centers, IRS distance learning program, user state and central government departments, academicians, ladies and gentlemen. My heartiest greetings to all of you on the eve of National Remote Sensing Day. I will briefly tell you about Indian Bioresource Information Network portal, commonly known as IBIN portal, with URL www.ibin.gov.in, which is hosted from Indian Institute of Remote Sensing. IBIN portal provides data and services related to bioresource and biodiversity in the country. The genesis behind IBIN portal is, as you know, inventorizing and assessment of bioresources is a big task for the large country like India. Several organizations are involved in generating repositories of unique and diverse datasets on countries' bioresource and biodiversity. But datasets are scattered and are not easily accessible for an integrated analysis. If these datasets from diverse themes and geographical areas are seamlessly integrated, we get new perspective and ideas to take informed decisions. With this motive, IBIN was conceived in 2006 by the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, in collaboration with Department of Space and University of Agriculture Sciences, Bengaluru. It is a single digital window platform that brings together all the distributed bioresource databases of the country using principle of spatial data infrastructure. Its major goal is to network and promote an open-ended co-evolutionary growth among all the digital databases related to biological resources of the country and to add value to the databases by integration. IBIN portal services for data on Indian bioresource includes plant, animal, marine, spatial distribution and microbial resources. Presently, there are two core nodes of IRS with spatial data services and US Bengaluru with species data. There are 5 federally distributed organizations which are contributed to the IBIN portal, and they are commonly called as Bioresource Information Centers. They are ATRI from Bengaluru, FRLHT from Bengaluru, Calcutta University from Kolkata, IHBT Palampur, and Northeastern Hill University, Shillong. The portal was launched by Honorable Scientist Professor M.S. Swaminathan on October 12, 2012 during the Conference of Parties meeting at Hyderabad. The unique features of IBIN are following: species search, species overlay on map services, field guides using multi-criteria decision making, IBIN standards which have been created uniquely to cater all the global standards for species design as well as interoperability. One unique feature which has been added into IBIN is species distribution modeling using Maxent model. We are also working on one of the most important applications, that is called crowdsourcing, wherein we are using a citizen science approach for species data collection. And in the coming months, IBIN will be linked with Bhuvan interface to access thematic services which are available in the portal. Now I would like to take you to the IBIN portal, which looks like this. You can directly access the IBIN portal through ibin.gov.in, wherein you will find 4 major categories, which is biodiversity, bioresources, conservation and toolkits. You will find around 73,276 species database is available in this portal. There are around 13,051 maps available. There are 154 chemicals and 11 checklists. Now I will browse to different applications which are available in the portal. The first thing is you can directly do species search by clicking on the species button. The moment you go to this application, you can do the searching on the basis of scientific name or common name. So let us put one search of one of the species, which is Punica granatum, which you can find it over here also. So you can directly click to that species. You will find n number of elements which are associated to this, and these elements have been derived from IBIN standards. So these standards are basically taken from the elements of the global standards like Darwin or SPM, or there are so many other standards which are available. So there are the features which are available under species search are biogeographical zones. You can see that this data is coming from US Bangalore. The same distribution is also shared through FRLST Bangalore. There are references, there are medicinal parts, there are medicinal actions, soil properties, and there are some other information like pharmacology, journal morphology. All those elements are available, habit and habitat. So you can browse this entire elements for every species. So there are some other tabs also given like multimedia. You can see that so many different photographs are available of the same species. You can go to one of the most important information is ancient knowledge, where you can get the description about its historical existence. Like you can even listen shloka.
पनसाशोककदली जम्बूलकुचदाडिमाः द्राक्षापालीवताश्चैव बीजपूरातिमुक्तकाः.
Similarly, you will have description related to other properties, and there are so many shlokas which are linked to the individual species. Now you can go directly to the main portal, and then now you can overlay the species on maps. So here you can browse different species name, like I am giving Acacia tomentosa. You can search this species. After searching, you can find the details. That is, all these details are related to the species characteristic. Then you can also provide the attribution. Now from where this data is coming? This data is coming from US Bangalore. And then the moment you give to add to map, you are able to find the species distribution, the geographical species distribution, and then you can even overlay your existing map services like vegetation type, you can disturbance index, as well as biological richness, which are the derivatives of the biodiversity characterization at landscape level program of Department of Biotechnology and Department of Space. Now you can go back to the IBIN portal. The another application which is important is chemical. You can even see the chemical composition of different uracilic acid, vincristine. These are different chemical compositions. If you happen to go to any of one of them, you can see what all information is available, like derived chemicals, details, and also in which species this particular chemical is found. So all those things you can access depending upon your requirement. Another important application is field guide. Now here there are three types of field guide which are already available. One is on the butterfly, and remaining is related to some of the plant species. So if you go to butterfly, there you can see that if you happen to see a butterfly in your garden, you will be able to identify it by making use of this field guide. If you apply the condition on the basis of antenna, you can directly give, like I can go an option of antenna with rings. You will find 28 butterflies with the similar characteristics, and then you put on the basis of color. If you happen to write blue, then automatically your search have been narrowed down to 5 butterfly which are having blue color. Then if you happen to put a ventral color as well, you will see that you will write again blue. Then you are left with only two butterflies which are fulfilling your requirement. And then wing pattern, and when you put a wing pattern present, then automatically you will narrow down to a single butterfly which is called al peacock royal. And you can see different characteristics of that particular butterfly, that is what is their host plant, what is the seasonality, all this information can directly be seen. So this is the way you can use this field guide for different identification. Now I would like to tell you about one of the important application which has been built recently is species distribution modeling, wherein we are using already well-known model that is called Maxent. And here what you can do is you can directly provide the presence location of your species, and there you can use this choose file option where you can upload the CSV file. So you can see that how you can upload this CSV file. So the moment you upload this CSV file, window has to be adjusted as per your study area. So once this window has been adjusted, automatically the coordinates will go into the boxes. And once these boxes are available, you can directly go for 15 bioclimatic variables which can be used for species distribution modeling. Now here there are certain check boxes. You can give which variable you want to use it for distribution modeling. So once you do that, you can directly apply a check button, and once you check it, you can finalize your output, and this output is available with you. Now the moment you have this characteristic, the jackknife information can also be derived from the existing database, and you can see that all the information is now available with you, and you can open this HTML files and you can see the analysis of omission and commission and decide which layer is sensitive to your species location. So once this data is ready with you, you can directly download this entire information and you can make use of this information to do analysis as well as generate important information which can be used for species distribution. Now I would like to show you another important application which is in process and will be available to you shortly through IBIN portal, that is IBIN mobile app, which is called as citizen-centric application. Now here you can provide the following information, that is the user, the email ID as well as the location. Once this is given, you directly go to the record location, and from the record location you can directly take the coordinates, and after that you have to select the type on which your record is based, whether it is photo, observation or collected living organism or specimen. Once this is given, you can provide the information of that particular species, that is species scientific name, common name, synonym, habitat and location. Once all this information is given, you have to provide the conservation status of the species, like we can provide Indian or global. So once that is done, you can upload this entire information on to the map server of the IBIN. So the moment you capture the photo, you are able to see the entire information of that particular species which you have uploaded. Once you are done with this information, you are able to see the entire details which you have captured. And after that, you can directly submit this information and it will go to the server. And from the server, you can see the location. The only important thing in this application is this entire information which goes into the crowdsourced data has to be curated. So we are identifying the team of experts which will be doing the data quality test of this information. So these are some of the glimpses of the IBIN portal. I would also like to tell you that this portal has been designed and developed using open source technology like OpenLayer, GeoServer, Apache, PHP, PostgreSQL, Red Hat, wherein Linux operating system of CentOS version 7 has been used, and also we are using R libraries with Dismo and Maxent species distribution model for implementation. In the end, I would like to conclude that IBIN portal will be used for serving relevant information on bioresources of the country to the professionals involved in bioprospecting, marketing, protecting biopiracy, and the conservation of bioresources. Thank you very much.